So yeah, that's those are the big moves that have happened on deadline day. Yeah, exciting day. Window is short now, I guess.
Even William going to
Yeah,
Fulham.
you can mention William
He's
going
back
to
in
Fulham.
London.
You can mention the fact that Ronaldo didn't get his move out.
Has to stay.
Young has to stay.
Yeah,
a lot of things have happened, but now I like
Casemiro,
that we can Casemiro
retirement plan.
Yeah, the guy has to stay at Marseille, man.
Yeah.
After a whirlwind deadline day. He's going into deadline day folklore like Odemingi and Odeakri.
Bro, I think it's village people at work, man.
So, I'm feeling the fans, though, our viewers. I don't know exactly what's going on. But this happened midnight, transfer deadline.
Transfer deadline has just been
getting
chaotic.
the news in the dawn of the night about
As in
Bamba Dieng. So Bamba Dieng, the Marseille footballer was all but certain to get his move to the Premier League. Leeds United, they had agreed the fee. The owner of Leeds had even tweeted that, we have a new signing on his way. He was at the airport, sat on the private jet apparently.
Yeah.
When, in deadline day fashion, an offer came in late.
Counter
apparently, Nice were interested in him. And his agents and his team decided, yeah, that's the offer we want. So instead of getting the flight to England, they stayed in France. So they stayed in France, and this is also normal. We see this in the transfer market, obviously. Sometimes deadline day, they hijack your deals. All our clubs have been hijack deals. So it's still all normal at this point. Until he arrives at the Nice facilities for the medical and fails it.
Oh God, that's one of the worst of all. Like, just fly to England, join Leeds for £8.6 million pounds. Go! Village people at work.
So now he's failed his medical. Marseille have a player on their books that they know is obviously not up to standards.
It's not.
What is wrong? So the Marseille needs to. Well, as Marseille, how do you feel about him? Do you bring him back into the squad?
No, of course not. Because right now Marseille is even fuming because they just lost 8.6 million. I mean, he will be on bench even if this is in match day squad. He may be playing for this reserve team.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So that's I guess that's the craziest story from the deadline day. That's what we're waiting for.
Yes.
But apart from that, there were lots of moves in typical fashion, and I think we can start off with. Let's start off with your club actually. Chelsea, you were in the business. You finally signed a player, or two players are not defenders. How do you feel about signing of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Zakaria?
About what?
Pierre.
About who? About Yag. So to me, I think it's a good signing. It's a good statement from Chelsea. It shows that they listen to what the fans are saying. We all know that it's so obvious, and Tuchel also noticed that we need a DM as it is as ASAP. Like, we need a DM and we need a striker, someone that can poach in and put in the goals. Please, Chelsea will create chances. There's nobody to put in the goals when we have the likes of Havertz and Co missing the goals. So to be fair, Sterling has been good. If not for Sterling for the past 2 games, Chelsea has 0 goal.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So which means we need a striker and we need a DM. And Zakaria as a DM is a good player. We all know that he has been a very good player, though he's been a second choice for Juventus since January. Juventus acquired him from Mönchengladbach in January. So he has been a good signing also. So let's be hopeful it's not Saul 2.0.
So that was a sad one. Yeah. I think Aubameyang is a great signing. Tuchel needed a proven goal scorer. So he has a player that's proven in the Premier League. He's won the Golden Boot here. And he's played under Tuchel before. Under Tuchel, he scored 79 goals in 95 appearances. So this is a guy that he knows him. He's a blooded striker. He's in the Premier League to prove a point because he was chased out by Arteta.
So watch out.
No, he's put an X on that date on the calendar. I think you guys play in November.
They're playing them in November, I think.
In November, I think around there. So that should be an exciting fixture.
Yeah.
There was also some more movements around involving ex-Chelsea players. So Batshuayi, is he still a Chelsea player?
He's not ex-Chelsea player.
He's still a Chelsea player.
I will shock you that Batshuayi is still a Chelsea player.
Batshuayi has got it. This is not like his 7th loan.
I can't really say in the past 5 to 6 years. So right now, Batshuayi, I heard two stories behind it, the transfer. The first story was that Nottingham Forest had to buy out his contract from Chelsea. So the second story is that he's on loan, but there is a obligation to buy. Do you understand? After the season. So let's be hopeful, because right now Nottingham Forest has 22 man new players, 22.
It's actually ridiculous. I don't know how they plan to adjust to this. They think, let's see if it works out for them.
Let's see. Let's be hopeful.
Because that's obviously the goal. Still on deadline day, Liverpool finally get their midfielder. I don't know if my rants made it all the way to Merseyside, but we finally signed a midfielder in Arthur. He was at Juventus recently, like his career. He didn't have a great time at Juventus. But prior to Juventus, he was a decent player at Barcelona. Won a league title with Barcelona, Brazilian international who won the Copa America in 2019. And he was also in the team of the tournament. So yeah, pivotal player. I think Liverpool really needed a player in his mold, because right now our midfielders, they can't keep the ball, they can't pass it.
How about Henderson?
As in Henderson and Milner, these old guys, and they're both old, they've grown out their beards, so everybody knows that they're old, and the ball is just bouncing around. So yeah, we have some quality in there. Now that Thiago is injured, at least we have someone that can replace Thiago, pass the ball, and break the lines. Just a competent footballer, like. You don't need to be too good. Just be better than Jordan Henderson has been this season. Like, I saw a stat that he's been responsible for 2/3 of the goals Liverpool have conceded this season. So yeah, that's those are the big moves that have happened on deadline day. Exciting day. Really short now, I guess.
Even Willian going to
France. We can mention Willian
going back in London.
We can mention the fact that Ronaldo didn't get his move out.
Has to stay.
Young has to stay.
Man.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened, but now I like
Casemiro
retirement
plan.
Anthony over the line. But I like that we know the teams that we have now till January at least. We can focus on the season. It always surprised me that the window didn't end before the season started. So yeah, now we can focus on the season. And now on the season, it's really scary hours at the moment. Erling Haaland is putting the fear of God in me.
So you can say that
no.
as a Liverpool diehard fan.
When Liverpool win matches, I'm happy, but then I see what this boy is doing. And so at the moment, Haaland, he scored 9 goals in the first 5 games in the Premier League. This is a record. No one has ever scored this many goals. He scored 2 hat-tricks in his first 5 games. The record before for the quickest score to hat-trick was 21 matches, and he's done it in 5 matches now. So there's a brace and 2 hat-tricks in there, then a match with 1 goal. So that brings us to our question of the day. I want to know if you think Erling Haaland is the man that will break Alan Shearer's record of 260 goals in the Premier League.
To me, Shokpe, let's say the fact. We don't know what the future will bring. I don't know how long Erling Haaland will be in the Premier League. That's the truth. If not the likes of Real Madrid coming knocking at the door, PSG coming knocking at the door. Do you understand? So for me, I think with the pace at which he started with, I think he's going to break that record. It will surpass the record.
So Haaland is, but I think he's 22 at the moment, and for him to score 260 Premier League goals, he will need to score over the next 10 seasons, score 26 goals. And I believe that's something that's very doable for him.
Of course.
He's going to, like, at the rate at which he's going this season, like, that record of 32
9
goals
already
that Salah has, he's probably going to break that record.
Of course.
If he doesn't break it this season, maybe next season. So we are guaranteed in these next 10 years, there are going to be seasons where he's going to score over 30 goals. He's going to score 32 goals, 33 goals. So even when he does get older, even when he has off seasons, even if he does get injured, he can afford to have some off seasons where he scores 18 goals, so and so.
10.
Because he's going to pad the stats whilst he's in the peak of his powers, and he's still only 22. So he's not even in the peak of his powers. The only thing that can stop that for me is injury. And like you said, going to another club. But I feel like because of the way football is at the moment, the Premier League is the new Super League. So in the next 5-10 years, all the richest clubs are going to be in England, and all the best players are going to end up in England. So he might just, I would not be surprised if he does majority of his career here
in England.
Yeah, till he's in his 30s, and that's scary for the rest of the Premier League.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, you guys should let us know in the comments what you think about our question of the day. Do you think Erling Haaland will break Alan Shearer's record of 260 Premier League goals? Let us know in the comment section, and we'll be watching that over the next 10 years. Maybe we'll still be here with you guys. guys. So yeah, over to our FPL segment. In the FPL, as we get this segment started, I just want to say a big apology to Erling Haaland. I didn't believe in him.
Why?
Tele did.
Why?
I didn't believe in him. I believed in him, but I felt that. So I didn't have him from the start, because I thought they might be dressing prep. And I had Harry Kane. And Harry Kane had done okay for me now.
Decent.
Yeah, he done okay for me. So as of the first Haaland hat-trick, when he scored the hat-trick, Kane scored 2 goals. So I'm still thinking, okay, it's not that bad. I don't need to panic here. Maybe Kane is going to keep up. But then Haaland has scored another hat-trick and Kane blanked. So yeah, I pulled the plug on that. Haaland, you're in.
You left it late.
I left it late,
You left it late.
And I have a feeling that I brought him in. Maybe we'll slow down, but it's a lie. Just come in.
Just come in.
Slow down for all of us together.
I even captained him. Yeah. He has been there since day one for me.
He probably has to get the captain number now.
Yeah, Salah has just been like on and off. So.
But Salah, I think what's important with Salah, although he hasn't started scoring yet, if you look at the raw numbers, like he's creating chances at a rate so much higher than all the players in Europe. He's created the most chances in Europe this season. And I feel like when Liverpool when they get back to going, when they have their first choice attackers back, when their midfield is ticking again, Salah could come back to life. But for now, Haaland is definitely the top gunner in the Premier League. Still on FPL, a player that has been eating the league up is Mitrovic. I think people should consider him.
Controversial. Mitrovic, I think I also had to apologize because honestly, I already mapped out and forecast my attackers for my FPL because I already had Haaland, I had Jesus, and I had Mitrovic. So my thinking was like, okay, Mitrovic is going to be the third striker or the third choice. Do you understand? Definitely, he won't be scoring week in, week out. Do you understand? But since the beginning of this season, looking at what Fulham has been playing up front, they've been deadly.
Bro, I saw it.
Look at Fulham up front. Look at their last match against Brighton. They beat Brighton. That means how good they are, and I can see how good Mitrovic was at the age of 33. Look at Mitrovic, bro. I have to like, okay, come back, bro. Just give me those points.
Hats off to Mitrovic. Another player that I feel is in this category that has really leveled up this season. He scored like, I think 16 goals in his last... I can't remember. But yeah, the goal scoring stats at the moment are off the charts for Wilfred Zaha. And I think that's something...
Zaha, yes, of course. Zaha. He has been one of the most underrated player in Premier League, actually. If you look at what he brings to the table for the like of Crystal Palace, and he's still balling for them. Crystal Palace has always been known to be a defensive parking the boss kind of team, but he's only the one up front struggling in terms of area duel, stamina, dribble, the sight of goal. Actually, this season he has been good and consistent so far.
He's kept scoring. He's scored about 4 goals so far this season.
So far this season, that's a good one.
The era is using him well, and I feel like Zaha, he's coming of age. He's maturing. You can see the personality, and I feel with the young players that they've signed, like he's taking on that responsibility.
Exactly.
On FPL, I have a big decision that I need to make at the moment. In fact, I've actually made the decision. I haven't made the decision yet. Rich James, is he injured or not?
He was sick.
He was sick. Okay.
It was just sickness last week.
Okay.
But he's back.
So Rich James should be in the fold.
James is in the
so if
squad.
you were worrying about Rich James.
Yeah, Rich James was just sick.
Keep him in there. Keep him in there.
Yeah.
There's a huge game this weekend, and I feel this weekend is going to let us know who is pretending and who is for real between Manchester United and Arsenal.
Ah, God.
Arsenal unbeaten in the league to play Manchester United. Remember the historic unbeaten run went in to play Manchester United at Old Trafford, and that's where it was broken. Will it happen again?
So it's of 2 ways for me, yeah? How I will try as much as possible to analyze this game is going to be in favor of Arsenal. Why? And it's going to be a narrow win. For me, so far, because Arsenal, if you're looking at them in the midfield, moving forward, do you understand? In the final third, they've been quicker, decision making faster. You can see the runner up, you can see the link up play between the players. There's no too much of individual show off between the team. You can see the kind of compatibility they make up front. I'm talking about moving forward. And you're looking at their defensive. They've been better with the likes of Saliba. I think they've been solid in defense. So for me, I still think Man U is just like coming up. They are not there yet to the level of Arsenal. They are not even in the level of Tottenham, to be honest, right now, in terms of physicality, team spirit, and everything. But for them, they are just trying to like gel up, and with the pace at which they are going right now, it's just slow and steady. So for me, I give a win. I'm going to favor Arsenal, but it's going to be a narrow win. Or at last, draw.
Okay.
That's it.
So if you are seeing it the same way as Dio, you have an opportunity to bet on that on Bet Winner. You can get Arsenal to win at 2.67.
That's
the
a
away
good
side, and United to win at 2.53. So either way you go, you've got decent odds.
Yes, exactly. I think they will because look at the decent run actually. Decent run from Arsenal so far this season.
Still unbeaten.
So still unbeaten.
The only unbeaten side.
5 games, 5 wins. That's solid, bro.
15
points. Not just unbeaten. With clean sheets.
Yes.
Bro. I think it's a very good one for them. Let's wait and see. But also, at the bounce, Man U has 2 clean sheets. Also.
Yeah, and they've picked up their 3rd win of this. Third win in the row. Exactly. So yeah, United are coming in on great form as well.
Yeah.
Another game that's happening this weekend, the Merseyside derby. Liverpool versus Everton, of course. So we got Everton at a whopping 7.3 to win the home side against Liverpool at home. Where you can bet on them at 1.4. How do you see it?
Bruh, to be honest, let's not be biased. I'm not talking as a Chelsea fan right now. I'm not trying to be biased or be shady. To say the fact, Liverpool, we all know Liverpool is lacking in the midfield. So for me, I think they are going to lack there. So going into the match against Everton will come all out. Meanwhile, they need to win. Everton need to win the match. So they are going to come all out for you guys. And for the past, for the beginning of this season, you guys have been shaky in defense with the likes of Van Dijk also. To me, to be honest, Van Dijk is not in the top form. So Liverpool should watch out. There might be an upset. There might be an upset. So let's wait and see.
I think it would be a big mistake if Everton tried to come all out. If they come that way and leave the back door open. I think a good chance Everton will have if they try to.
They will give you the game. They will make it tough. It will be a very difficult game for Liverpool,
games against when we play these smaller teams, the ones that upset us are the ones that lock it up well enough. Because I feel like the problem we have at the moment this season is that we can't create. Our midfielders cannot create. So if you lock it up well enough, you can just allow us have the ball. Henderson, Van Dijk, and Joe Gomez will be passing the ball around each other. Nobody can play the final ball.
And that's the way you end the match.
Exactly. But if they attack us and they give us the space to get them on the other end, then Salah, Luis Diaz will have the run on between.
Yeah. You're right in that aspect. I think what they are going to do is a counter football. So, and you guys also keeping the high line, you need to be aware. Once they know that they can beat the line like Isaac,
exactly.
They will hurt you guys.
That's the blueprint they're going to have
to look at. They will hurt you guys.
So yeah, that's going to be a good game. It's going to be a very physical game.
Very physical
like you said,
game.
they need a game, so they're going to fight for it. It's a Merseyside derby, so
and you're
if
going
you need
to
to fight, they will
You're
fight.
going there.
Oh, big news in that game, Darwin Núñez would have served his ban and should be back. He probably won't start. I think that game is too feisty for him. If he starts, he'll get red card.
He will get red card.
As in, so let him pull off.
Mina will come for him.
As in, Mina is going to wind
Mina is going to wind him up for another red card.
The South American brother. So yeah, that's our wrap up for the week. The window is closed. We have our teams till January. These are the guys that have to pick up these points for you. If they mess up, that's the season done.
You know, there's a saga also now. Chelsea trying to buy a player from Dynamo Kiev. You understand? And the deal was done. We know that the deal was done. But for them now to transfer the money, FA had to block it because it's in Russia. So Chelsea had to postpone. That Dynamo Kiev had to come out like, okay, this deal is done, but we are unable to receive the money. So it has been postponed till January. So let's wait and see January. Politics in play.
Politics as usual. Thanks for having us. Comments in the comment section. Your predictions for the games coming up. Let us know your answer to our question of the day. And remember to hit up Bet Winner for the instant cash outs, bet insurance, curated, accumulators, and more, including birthday specials. There's a whole lot of promotions you get with Bet Winner, the winning team.
Definitely.
Catch you guys later. Safe.
Ciao.